Right, this is my UFC fight night. Moreno vs Erceg predictions. Um, it's gonna be a bit of a quick one. This and posted this late as well. Completely forgot to do it. The cards. It's gonna be a good card. The Mexicans always put good card on, but there's not many like crazy notable fighters or anything on this card. But it'll be a phenomenal card. Mexican cards always are. Um, yeah, man. I don't know too many of the fighters on here, can't lie. But we'll start off with Edgar Chairez versus CJ Vergara. I'm gonna go with Edgar Chairez. You know, he had a good fight with Joshua Van, and an absolute war with Joshua Van. Hurt him badly at times. You know, I was worried about Joshua Van a couple times in that fight. You know, great fight. He's striking. He's a good striker. He's got good submissions, great submissions. You know, he's quite well rounded. CJ Vergara's not that good. Yeah, that's all. That's all I gotta say about that. I think I'm gonna go with Edgar Chairez by TKO. I think Edgar Chairez is way better than CJ Vergara, to be honest with you. So I'll go Edgar Chairez by TKO. Ronaldo Rodriguez versus Kevin Borjas. I'll go with Ronaldo Rodriguez. He's on the up and coming, so you know, and he's actually pretty good. He's got a surprisingly big following. I didn't realise how popular he was, but yeah, he got rocked badly in his last fight. But the fact that he managed to come back from that is really impressive. You know, he's got some really good ground game. Yeah, I'll go with Ronaldo Rodriguez. Kevin Borjas is you know, he had a good first round against Joshua Van, but that's about it, to be honest with you. I'll go with Ronaldo Rodriguez to get this done. Maybe he'll get a submission or something. I'm not too sure, to be honest with you. But yeah, Ronaldo Rodriguez. David Martinez versus Simon Oliveira. I'm gonna go with David Martinez. He's a good Mexican, you know, hard hitter, knockout artist. Really impressive. Simon Oliveira is actually pretty good as well. He had a good contender series fight. You know, these are both really good fighters. But I'm gonna pick David Martinez by knockout. You know, he's a hard hitter, man. He's got a good spinning wheel kick. He's a tough knockout artist. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with David Martinez to get this done. Raul Rosas Jr. I'm gonna pick Raul Rosas Jr. versus Vince Morales. I'm gonna go with the underdog. I'm gonna go with Vince Morales to get this done. I've just got a feeling it's gonna be another upset for Rosas Jr. Vince Morales is he's had quite a few losses, I won't lie, but all his losses have been to good fighters, and I think he's really well rounded. He's got good striking, good grappling. You know, I could see him getting I don't know, man. I just got a feeling he's gonna get that, you know, surprise underdog win. And I still think Rosas Jr. is pretty, you know, at times I'm watching him, I'm thinking he's pretty iffy, you know. But he has been looking better lately. You know what, I'm going to go with the underdog. I'm going to go with Vince Morales to get maybe it's a surprise finish, you know. Maybe it's a decision win, close fight, but he just gets that underdog win. Yeah, I've got a feeling. I'm going to go with Vince Morales. Kelvin Gastelum versus Joe Pyfer. I'm going to go with Joe Pyfer. To me, this is a clear one. Kelvin Gastelum is a little tubby Mexican. You know, and back in the day he was good. You know, yeah, that he's still got that slick boxing. You know, he's got a pretty decent chin. You know, typical Mexican, good boxing, good chin. But man, Joe Pyfer's got good wrestling. He's got good grappling. He's got that submission threat, and Joe Pyfer's got dangerous power. And Kelvin's last fight when he fought D-Rod was piecing up in times, and there was one point where D-Rod, I forgot what it was, I forgot where it was exactly in the fight, but D-Rod kind of stuns him a little, and man, that's worrying me. If you're getting stunned by him, Joe Pyfer, man, he's gonna knock you out. You know, he's got dangerous power, dangerous power. Calvin's not as good as he used to be. He doesn't have that pop. He doesn't have that knockout power like he used to. So I'm going to pick Joe Pyfer to get this done. I'm going to pick Joe Pyfer by knockout. Maybe he'll get a submission, but I can see him just landing it hard right hand and knocking him out. Yeah, man. I'm going to go with Joe Pyfer by knockout. Drew Dober versus Manuel Torres. This is a tough one. It's a close one, a very close one. Maybe it's the closest one on the card, but I'm going to go with Drew Dober. Manuel Torres is coming off a bad knockout loss to Ignacio Bahamondes, who's, you know, we know Ignacio's really, really good. And he hits hard. And he kicks hard. But yeah, man, you know, if you're fighting at a hard power punch like Drew Dober after that, you know, it's a bit worrying. And Drew's chin, you know, I know he got knocked out by Matt Frivola, but his chin looked tough, man. It looked still like he's still got it. And it's a fight with Gene Silva, and Gene Silva's a hard hitter, hard technical fighter. So yeah, man, I'm gonna go with Manuel Torres. Drew Dober by knockout. I can just see him chinning him. You know, handing a hard, nice left hand. Yeah, I'll go with Drew Dober by knockout for this one. Yeah, man, I love Drew as well, so I'm hoping he still got it. But you know, this is a close one, close fight. Finally, Brandon Moreno versus Steve Erceg. I'm gonna go with Brandon Moreno. I know Brandon Moreno's been a bit iffy since his fight with Figgy, his last fight with Figgy. You know, he's had them 2 losses, but he's coming off a really good win. And in the Pantoja fight, you know, people forget he broke his hand early on in that fight, and he still looked good. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Brandon Moreno. I feel like Erceg is good, but Erceg does well. Erceg's fight with Pantoja made him look really good, but that was just stylistically a good matchup for him. You know, Pantoja is a little small, short, little, you know, tough guy. He likes to get inside the pocket and throw his punches, and he's got, you know, that's how he gets his takedowns and stuff. But Erceg was able to, you know, land some good shots as Pantoja was coming in, and Pantoja doesn't move his head at all. He's got bad head movement. Brandon Moreno's got really slick boxing. He's got better boxing than Pantoja, in my opinion. And Brandon Moreno went that small, you know. He may look it, but I think he's only like an inch smaller than Steve Erceg, and I think they've got the same reach. But let me check. Brandon Moreno's got longer reach, jeez. Yeah, I can see Brandon Moreno doing this. I could see him maybe he's getting a TKO. I feel like Erceg's chin just ain't really there. He gets rocked quite a bit. We saw that. I forgot what fight it was, but it was early on in his UFC career, and he got dropped or almost dropped or rocked. I forgot who it was against, but he's coming off a bad knockout loss against Kai Kara France, I know he's a power puncher, but I feel like, you know, Brandon Moreno ain't a knockout artist. You know, he's not a knockout guy, but I still feel like he's got that little bit of that power in there. Yeah, man, I'm gonna go with Brandon Moreno. I'm feeling Brandon Moreno by TKO. Yeah, I feel like he's still got it. You know, maybe he'll get a title shot after this. You never know, but probably not. But this will be a good win to get him back up there. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Brandon Moreno by late TKO. I've just got a feeling. I feel like Steve Erceg's chin's not really the greatest. But yeah, I'm gonna go Brandon Moreno by TKO. I know this was a little short video, and if I sound like I'm talking quiet, it's because I am. It's 1:30 in the morning right now. I forgot to upload. I was gonna do this video early on, but I forgot to do it. That's my fault. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Comment if you agree or anything, and like and subscribe.